Hello everyone, this is the voice of YouTube's very own Shadow the Hedgehog here, and today I'm going to be recording a video that honestly, with my recent streak of videos, I've been doing nothing but very controversial videos, but this one, I don't think people should get as heated with me because it does deal with fictional characters, and if we allow fictional characters to impact our lives, then yeah. Of course, I'm talking about the RWBY fandom and with the whole thing about shipping and shipping in general. Shipping is where, I mean, if you don't know, I mean, it's where they take, it's where they like the idea of two characters being together romantically. Now, with me, I used to been, I used to be a big shipper, especially in the Naruto fandom. I'm not going to get too much into that this video, but I will make some comparisons to some other fandoms. And I want to put a little disclaimer. Just because I may say things that I don't agree with the majority of the RWBY fan base does not mean I'm against having these sort of couples in anime. So, yeah, let's get started. As most people know, there are two main shippings. Actually, three, if you want to be technical. You have Red Rose, which is Ruby and Weiss, or Weiss and Ruby. Bumblebee, which is the big one. Blake and Yang. And then there's Black Sun, which is Blake and obviously Sun. And all throughout the show, they basically, to what the fans were to describe as, for me, I'm not focusing so much on the shipping aspect. I'm focusing on the overall story because there's more things I like about RWBY that I get out of RWBY than I do with the shippings. And I'll talk about more about my opinion later on this video, but pretty much those are the three main shippings. And just like with any fandom, there are shipping wars. Now, shipping wars, I think, are the most immature, ridiculous thing I've ever encountered. There were shipping wars in the Naruto fandom, and I'm sure that they still exist. Probably not as bad. And it is pretty much, to sum it up, because I was doing research on this, and to sum it up, someone said this perfectly. Shipping wars are basically both sides having their ears plugged, pretty much saying, la 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 la, I can't hear you, la la la. They don't want to acknowledge each other's opinion. Well, not acknowledge, yeah, pretty much acknowledge. They just want to fight, and they give arguments of why their shipment's going to be canon, but the other side says, well, this is why it's going to be canon. And to me, and in my opinion, I'm sitting here like, I like the story. I like the characters. I could care less who the fuck Yang or Blake ends up with. But that's just me. And it kind of reminds me of another anime which mostly features a team of females, Sailor Moon, and also Beyblade, with there being a bunch of, male characters, to where the fans, for some strange reason, and I have nothing against this, it's just something I've noticed, and I'm sure that we have all noticed this, they always ship up the main characters with each other. May it be Sailor Moon and Sailor Venus, or Sailor Mars, or Kai and Tyson, Max and Tyson, Kai and Ray. That is something I have noticed, and because of the last 2 episodes of Volume 6 of RWBY, a lot of people are now thinking that, well, Bumblebee is now canon because of what the episode was implying. Now, to me, holding hands is not a sign of love. That is, no. I think people are making more out of that whole thing. To me, I took it as they are going to protect one another. All four of Team RWBY is going to protect one another. Because all four has been worried about each other, especially Yang and Blake. They've been worried about those two because after the Fall of Beacon, as what you RWBY fans know, Yang's personality changed, and so did Blake's. So I think that was, in a way, them giving each other reassurance that they're not going to let each other pretty much down like they thought that, because I believe both characters thought that they let each other down, and because, you know, Blake probably blamed herself, because Blake blamed her, if I can freaking get this out, Blake blamed herself for Yang losing her arm with Adam, and Yang blamed Blake for leaving. Now, the reason why I think that Team RWBY is pretty much, you know, just one big family is that when Yang is ranting to Wise about her abandonment issues, because that's what she has, she names everyone that has left her. And she named everyone that has left her from some period of time or forever. That's what leads me to believe that Yang considers Blake and Team RWBY as a family. So, and there were other moments too, like the whole episode to where, like, Yang tells Blake that, you know, that she'll save her a dance, and winks. Again, I never took that as a love thing. And maybe it's just me, you know. I mean, I pretty much has already said that, you know, when I watch RWBY or any show now, I'm not focusing on the shippings. I could care less. I'm focusing on the stories, I'm focusing on the action, and that's what I do. And, you know, I do think that there's a chance that, you know, I could be wrong or I could be right. And I do think that people do take things out of proportion, because people can read anything. Can read any, you know, people can interpret movie scenes, song lyrics, and make it something that it isn't. So, I think right now, there's still not concrete evidence that Bumblebee is going to be canon. That's just my opinion. If it happens, it happens. It's not going to stop me from enjoying the show. Actually, to be honest, I am more worried about Crow than I am, in my opinion, a really pointless debate over the internet. Because with the whole Vic thing, and they're going to have to recast Crow, so I'm more worried about that. So, you know, I mean, like I said, no matter what happens with the show, if Bumblebee becomes canon, if it doesn't become canon, it's not going to ruin the show for me. Because I honestly love the show. I love the characters. And in my opinion, if you all want to debate about shippings, do it nicely. Don't get into fights, because I've seen that enough with the Naruto fan base and how, you know, they got with their shipping war. And there was something I was going to get into. Like, to me, when it comes to shippings and RWBY shippings, the probably only shippings I support are Ty and Raven and Ty and Summer. Those are the only shippings I actually support, because for one thing, they actually happened, and you can't really debate that, even though there's debates about, RWBY actually being Crow's daughter, and I'm not getting into that can of worms. But, pretty much, this is my opinion, is that just enjoy the show. Don't worry too much about shippings. Because, now I remember what I was going to say, because in my opinion, RWBY isn't that romance driven. It's not. And really right now, there is no room for romance right now. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you people that saw Volume 6, you know what I'm talking about, that there's no room because of a certain place being surrounded by battleships. So, this is my opinion, and guys, like I said, it's my opinion. If you don't disagree with me, then that's fine. I'm just on the side of, I don't care. If people want to bitch to each other about, that my shipping's going to be canon, yours not, and vice versa, I don't have time for that, okay? Anyways, you guys, this was a quick conversation, and I didn't know how to make it before, so I hope you all have a good weekend, and also, there will be a new Shadow video coming Monday. I'm going to try and record it. If I end up coughing a lot while trying to record it, or something, I'm gonna wait till my cough is fully done. So, it's driving me nuts that I'm not able to record videos for you guys as Shadow the Hedgehog. So, have a good day and night, and I'll see you all later.